Look out behind you. Maxxine.
Turn around.
It's Valhalla.
What up, y'all? This your boy Ace here, and welcome to Afternoons Delight. So, we had the big graduation ceremony for Maxxine Dupri, who was going to graduate and be the first female graduate of the Alpha Academy. Boy, oh boy, this is like the main roster version of Chase U, man. I swear it is. And I like the direction that they're going in. Maxxine Dupri literally completes the group. She literally completes this group. This group is now on another level. And I really like to see it. I really like to see it, bro. This is good because I think the difference between Chase U and Alpha Academy is that Chase U was down at NXT in front of a smaller crowd, whereas you're getting a chance to see kind of that same dynamic of Alpha Academy on the main roster in front of a bigger crowd. And since Maxxine has really been in there, they've really been loving this group, man. I think Otis has always been over, but I think now, man, it's like it's on another level right now where they got this threesome. This is probably one of the best moves that they made outside of putting Zoe Stark with Tricia. But by the way, I just talked about that match before. But let's get into how this went. So Chad Gable did the ceremonies, and he brought out Maxxine Dupri and presented her with a diploma. And Durpri had like a pink cap and gown, while Gable and Otis were wearing a red one. So that was kind of unique, right? And the crowd gave me like some NXT vibes to it because they were saying, "You deserve it, you deserve it," to Maxxine. Maxxine is so over with the crowd right now. And then Maxine's speech was great, man. She had thanked Otis. Maxxine is basically Thea Hill. It's like a snobbier version of Thea Hill. Thea Hill's like that, plays more like that energetic little sister role, whereas like Maxxine is like a stuck-up sexy girl or whatever. So it's like a different dynamic, but I kind of like that they're different though, but they're kind of the same in their roles with both groups, being like students, like major students in the groups. And it's definitely, I think the thing that works for this is that they finally figured out what to do with Maxxine, because they tried to put her with the maximum male models in. Even though that had its funny little quirks at times, it just wasn't really over though. This was better. I think someone saw what they did in Chase U and said, let's do that on the main roster. And I think that's why they came up with this concept. They saw how well it worked with Thea Hill and Andre Chase and Duke Hudson down at Chase U. But anyway, she had thanked them, and she actually called Otis OT. She called him a big sexy bod that she wouldn't be there if it wasn't for Otis. And Otis is, he was over there, playing up the sexy role or whatever. And then Gable said, hey, we all have a little tradition. And he bought out a Letterman jacket, varsity jacket or whatever, and he gave one to Maxxine, but before she could even put it on, when she was unzipping her dressing gown for the graduation gown, the Viking Raiders came out. Valhalla attacked Maxxine from behind, and hit the back of her head. Valhalla took the varsity jacket and kept it. And she was going down the ramp with the rest of the Viking Raiders. Eric Ivar came out and everything. I like that they're continuing that feud, gives the Viking Raiders something to do. And, there's going to be a tag team match next week in Atlanta between Chad Gable, Otis, Eric, and Ivar next week. So it's going to be interesting to see where this goes. Valhalla and Maxxine will definitely be ringside, and they'll be seeing each other in that match. So we'll continue this next week. Interesting stuff. I like it so far. I like this. This is the one change, like I said, this is one of the few changes that they made that I really, really support this year that was needed to be made, because it gave Maxxine something to do, and I think it put Alpha Academy into that Chase U type stratosphere for the main roster. So good stuff here. But give this video a like, man. Hit the like button for me. Share the video. Subscribe to the channel, y'all. Thank y'all for watching. Afternoons Delight.